Hello there. We've been reading Paddington. Do you know Paddington Bear? Chris loves Paddington Bear.
Are you going to do this whole video like that?
Do all like that? Okay, so recently we saw about 50 minutes worth of footage of Paddington.
Yeah, which is going to be one of the big Christmas movies this year.
And he's a British institution, of course. And the first time we saw him in the recent trailer, he was a little bit creepy. He looks a little bit creepy here.
I don't know if so much in the trailer, but this still went a bit viral. Creepy Paddington went round the internet, didn't he? With him in various horror scenes. So we wanted to check out this footage just to see if he was as creepy in the movie.
And he's not very creepy, is he? He's actually quite cute.
He is. Yeah, I think still it doesn't look so good. It's the eyes.
I think
the
it's
cold
also
dead eyes.
The jacket as well. And you just think
it's a bit don't look now. And the smile, it's kind of creeping up his mouth in quite a sinister way. But actually, when you see him moving and walking, talking, he's really quite cute and adorable.
And I think that's also the context of the film. The film is obviously a very sweet movie.
Yeah. So Paddington isn't creepy from what we saw. But this is the first time we got to see him with his voice, because obviously Colin Firth was supplying the voice for the bear initially, and then he decided to leave the production because it just wasn't working. And so he was replaced by Ben Whishaw, who people will know as Q from the new Bond movies. What do you think of Whishaw as the voice of Paddington?
Yeah, I think it didn't feel out of place at all.
No.
He's quite cute. And
boyish charm.
There's a lightness to it.
He's as posh, if not more posh, than Colin Firth.
Yeah, he's posh in a different way. I think it makes him sound a little bit younger and a bit more naive.
Yeah.
I think having Firth's tones, he might have felt a bit too knowing and a bit too senior.
Yeah.
There's a kind of sweet innocence to Paddington. Yeah. And there's a greediness to him as well. There's like a little impishness. Like he's always eating. There
is, yeah. The first scene actually is him at Paddington Station, the first time he meets the family, the Browns, and he's eating cake in that scene, isn't he?
Yeah, he's always eating.
He's always eating. There's and that was the first time, and I think the trailer gave you a sense of this as well, that there's quite a lot of slapstick in this movie.
A lot of slapstick. I actually found it really humorous. There's lots of good gags, some good puns.
Yeah.
And I really like there's a kind of action sequence in the movie.
Yeah, we saw 3 scenes. That first scene was kind of like, it was almost like the origin moment where he meets the family, he gets given his name.
I'm Batman.
Yeah, he gets given his name, and then the second scene we met the villain, who's played by Nicole Kidman.
Oh yes, I forgot about this scene.
Yeah, she's like the director of taxidermy at a museum. Yeah. And there's some kind of history she's got with Paddington. She's after that.
Yeah, so she's at a natural history museum, and she's not preserving animals. She's finding new, alive animals and just killing them and stuffing them and saying she's finding them in the vaults.
She's murdering animals. So in this family kids film, that's the first maybe strange thing that we saw in this.
And she wants a talking bear for her collection.
Yeah. So she's going to kill that bear if she can.
Pretty much.
She seemed quite funny though. Like it was quite a good role for her. Cold, evil, like
perfect for Nicole Kidman.
And then the final scene, as you mentioned, it was the slapstick. But before then, who did we meet before then?
We met Jim Broadbenk's character,
who's a character called Gruber, I think he was. And he lived in this like magical house with train sets.
It was an antique shop as well.
Was it?
You know, people were coming into his room, and there's a train that comes through at 11 o'clock every day, and it brings tea.
Yeah.
And it's very sweet, it's very schmaltzy. And then he starts talking about the Holocaust.
Pretty much.
I wasn't really expecting it to make that transition.
No.
And then you saw the train becomes an interactive diorama of how he had to flee Poland.
No kids film was complete without mention of the Holocaust. No. So that was really encouraging to see.
And no Christmas movie either.
And then that led into a chase scene where Paddington chases after a thief. And we were both chuckling away, weren't there? There were some really good bear puns in that we won't spoil here.
There's some good action and good kind of visual gags.
Good visual jokes.
And also the robber was quite a nice little cameo.
The thief was Super Hands from Peep Show. We're big fans of his.
Pretty much playing Super Hands.
Well, actually,
minus Snake.
There was a couple of British comics in it because Kayvan Novak was in the scenes with Nicole Kidman, who's phone jacker. So it was good that they're, some of the smaller parts they're peopling with people that maybe the adults will be laughing at as well.
Yeah. What did you actually think of the look of Paddington?
He's quite nude in that third scene.
He's very nude in the film.
Not that you see anything, but like he didn't have his jacket on. He looked cute. He looked adorable, I thought, actually.
Well, I said this quite a few times. He's quite bear-like.
You keep saying that,
but I think they anthropomorphise him quite a lot in the pictures.
Easy for you to say.
Easy for you to say. And in the movie, he looks like a little bear. It's quite anatomically correct, I think.
Yeah, you just want to give him a little cuddle.
Yeah.
and he looks less creepy than that.
Yes. So that's it for Paddington until later in the year?
It's out November 28th, I believe, so I guess...
I would say for all things Paddington, but I don't think we've actually got that much more Paddington content on IGN, anyway...
We'll give you a review down the line.
Just don't go to the websites.